Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Derailed. So this is the Jean Claude Van Damme version of Derailed, so if you're looking for one of the other ones, this isn't it. So this movie stars Van Damme as a secret agent, and it just so happens that it's his birthday. A wonderful time for celebration with family and friends, right? Of course, no, that doesn't happen here. He's got to tell his family, he's got to go on a business trip. He's got to miss his birthday, he's got to take a train ride. In reality, while it is really his birthday, the real reason he's going on the train is because he has to do some undercover work and help protect a woman who's carrying some very valuable cargo. Now that cargo happens to be a very dangerous virus. And of course, people are going to be looking to hijack it, gain control of it, maybe just release it for chaos purposes. So it's a pretty dangerous mission. And on top of that, his family decides to get on the train to surprise him for his birthday. You can imagine how that goes. So all that's unfolding on this train, and that's Derailed. So I'm not always a huge fan of the Van Damme direct-to-video movies, but I think Derailed really delivers. B-movie action, mini masterpiece. I had a great time with it. I think the train setting really helps because it kind of like limits the scope a little bit, and that lets them like put some really like focus on really awesome set pieces within the train. And I think there are some really great ones here. I love the dirt bike on the train. There's tons of like martial arts fights, there's shootouts, there's train chases. Just there's a lot of action in here, especially for being on a train. You might think there can't be that much action, but I mean there is. It's not like an overload, but there's a lot of it here. I thought Van Damme was fine. For he turned in his usual performance. I think the story's interesting because of the family angle. It actually ties in kind of a neat storyline where like he has to kind of cover his tracks, and they start to suspect stuff, and he has to kind of stay on the mission, but keep them, try to like balance both sides. So that was kind of interesting. So I liked it, I can't remember if I had anything else in my notes about it though. No, dirt bike on a train was the main thing I focused on out of this. So I'm not gonna say this is like a modern action classic or anything like that, but I thought it was really solid. I was entertained watching it, and I was never bored with it. And I think this is a great example of how direct-to-video action movies can be fun B movies that have everything you're looking for, just kind of on a smaller scale. And I think that's the case here with Derailed. So I would definitely recommend it if you're a fan of old school action, B movie action, or Van Damme, or the big name guys of his era. Anyway, that's my review. If you want to check out more, I have a full movie review playlist right here on YouTube. But until then, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon.